in this video, we'll look into how we can use DeepSeek-R1. So there are three ways that we can use DeepSeek-R1 model. So the first one is by chat interface. So let's get to that. So you have to get to deepseek.com, and once you hit this deepseek.com, you'll land on this page, and you can see that DeepSeek-R1 is now live and open source. So you can even for API details, like you can click on this, and we have seen this in the other video. And now to use this particular DeepSeek-R1 model on the chat interface, you have to just click on the start now, and once you click on the start now, you'll be getting on this particular page, which is chat.deepseek.com. and now once you landed on this page, you have to select explicitly DeepSeek-R1 model for providing, like, for using the reasoning model, and you can give math, coding and logical reasoning questions to evaluate this model, and we're going to do that later in this video. But let's talk about like the other method that we have for getting the DeepSeek-R1 model. So the other method is using Ollama. So I think everyone knows about Ollama, but I'm gonna make another video on what exactly is Ollama and how you can use it. But for now, you have to just go to the ollama.com. Once you are here, you have to download it, so it will help you run all the LLM models on your PC. So for this, I have already downloaded Ollama on my PC, so I don't need to download it. But once you select the download button, according to your OS, it will give you a recommendation of download option, and once you have it downloaded, you have to just install it. And now once we go on the models here, so we can see all the LLMs which are present on this Ollama, and to run these models, they are like very easy. We have to just run them on our terminal. And now just go to this DeepSeek-R1, and we can see that it has all that 6 dense models, like 1.5 billion, 7 billion, 8 billion. But if you're using it on your PC, I can say, like, for normal task, you can just download 1.5 billion and 7 billion, because we don't really need 671 or 70 billion model. So you have to just select 1.5 billion here and copy this particular command and run this on your terminal, so which I'm going to show later in this video. So this is another method, and third method is using API. So presently we don't have that service because the website is still under maintenance. So let's wait for it. Like, once it is back, I'm gonna make another video, like, where how we can build any application using DeepSeek-R1, because there are so many use cases which are popping out, like, once this DeepSeek-R1 model got open sourced. So even I'm very much enthusiastic to explore that, but let's just wait for it. And now let's get back here. So to test this DeepSeek-R1 model, I just got like 3 questions which I have just took from the internet, and I've just pasted it here, and I just want to see how these questions will be answered using DeepSeek-R1, at the same time ChatGPT. So now let's go with the first question, which is a logical reasoning question. It has nothing to do with the math. So here the question is: a farmer has 17 sheep, all but 9 ran away. How many sheep are left? So in this particular question, let's just copy this, and I'll just paste it here. And now we can see that ChatGPT has started answering. Like, here we are not using an O1 model, because this is not a paid version. I don't think even I have that option here. So when I'm using ChatGPT model, it just answered me in maybe in milliseconds or within seconds, I can say. And it didn't do any reasoning to answer it. It's like a student who just answers without giving a thought. Presently in our case, this answer is right, but let's see how it performs for the other questions. But before that, let's even compare this question, like how it works on the DeepSeek. So I just copied this question, and I just gave explicitly mention that I want to use R1 model here, and now just hit that button. So still we can see that our model is thinking. And let's come to the question, like, what exactly this question means. So this is a riddle that I think, like, most of the people know. So in this particular question, there is a riddle of, like, all but 9 ran away. So the key is understanding that particular phrase, and we can So let me explain that in simple words. Like all but nine ran away means that out of 17 sheep, nine sheep remain and the rest have ran away. So once we understand it, it's very simple math. Like um, once you do it, like you'll get like when we have 17 sheep and nine sheep remain and all other ran away. So the answer is obviously nine are left. Nine sheep are left, and we can see if we just expand this, we can see that the model has thought for 16 seconds, and here we can see a step-by-step process how the model has thought. So we can see that first the former starts with 17 sheep. Now this phrase all but nine ran away, which is the key phrase here. It's a bit tricky. I need to parse that correctly. All but nine means that out of the total number of sheep, all of them ran away except for nine. So this is how it got it right, and you can just go through this, but I think like the first paragraph itself has answered it, and it has gave us the answer here. So I've done the same thing on the Olama. So I've just got that installed and used my terminal. So for using for using DeepSeek-R1, like I've just done Olama run DeepSeek-R1, and once I have it, I got that installed, and then I've asked hi question. So for this hi question, a simple hi question, it didn't do much of thinking, and it just gave me response of hello, how can I assist you today. But for the other question, which is a farmer has 17 sheep, all but 9 ran away, how many sheep are left? For this question, it has thought, and all that thinking has provided in these tags here, and then it has given me the answer here. So this is how you can use the DeepSeek-R1 on your PC. But just come back to the another question, which is two trains leave station 300 miles apart and travel toward each other. Train A travels at 60 miles per hour and train B travels at 40 miles per hour. How long will it take before they meet? So I think this is a classic problem that we used to solve in our 10th or 10th or 12th. So this particular question is about mathematical reasoning. So I just give it to it. So now, like why this question is good is like it really have this mathematical reasoning, and it requires like setting up and solving the equation like time is equal to distance by combined speed, and how it gets to that particular thing. So now we can see that it has really given me the answer, and that's good, which is 3 hours, which is right. And now if we go to the DeepSeek R1 model here and give the same thing, like two trains leave stations and all, like now we can see that the reasoning is very clear. So it is understanding like how it should answer. You can see here I need to find out how long it takes for them to meet. So it's understanding exactly uh, a, how a person thinks and then interprets this particular question, and it just thought for 7 seconds and gave us the answer, which is 3 hours, which is obviously right. And then we have the third question, which is a very decision making scenario kind of question. So let's just copy this and paste it here. So here this question, like you are stranded on an island with limited resources, a matchstick, a water bottle and small knife. There is a campfire site nearby, but it's surrounded by damp wood. Describe like step by step how you would build a fire to signal for help. So this is like a question which really includes all the multi-reasoning steps here. So mostly if a model have to come to a correct answer, it should be like using the knife to scrape damp wood and collect dry shavings from inside and arranging those shavings as a tinder, and then using the matchstick to lit the dry tinder and slowly adding that thing to the damp wood. So that's how it is able to get the fire and signal to the help. So now we can see how exactly it does, and we can see that it has given me what is the resources and environment, and how to gather and prepare, and then collect and dry kindling and arrange the fire structure. So this is a very good thing which we got within seconds. Now it has given me good amount of steps. So let's see how DeepSeek does. So now again here our model is thinking, so we can see clearly steps like what exactly it's thinking. So okay, I'm stranded on an island with a matchstick. So first, the main challenge is the damn food. So exactly it's going step by step, and we can see, and this is really helpful in terms of whenever you're doing a logical reasoning task. It will give exactly what it is thinking, and based upon its thinking you can tweak your prompt and get the results. So again, it's also giving us the same step-by-step process how we can ask for help. So now let's go with the other question, which is one of the reasoning kind of question that I want to use. Like it needs a structural thinking. So I'll just copy this and paste it here. So we're gonna see how our ChatGPT gonna respond. So here we can see that the output is just streaming, and we can see it's not thinking a lot of, it's just giving me answer based upon which is the top most answer which is coming to its mind, like not its to the mind, maybe which pops out with the more probability score. Um so it is giving me phase 1, phase 2, and so on. And at the same time we'll do the same thing with the DeepSeek-R1, because it's anyway it's gonna think maybe for a few minutes, or not for a few minutes, maybe it will take 30 seconds or 40 seconds to think. Let's just do it, and let's switch back here, and we are at phase 4. Now let's compare like how ChatGPT and DeepSeek are doing. So like first thing is we have to get the key differences in their responses. Maybe we can go with the ChatGPT first. So the very first thing is like it has phase 1, which is immediate preparation and response, and then phase 2, disaster response, phase 3, I think, if resources distribution, and phase 4 is long term recovery. So everything which I think I've mentioned it here, it has come up with those 4 phrases, and like preparation, response, and distribution and recovery. And we'll go and see how DeepSeek has performed. So we can see, okay, the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, yeah, even DeepSeek has done better. So it's like type both are well structured. And now let's go maybe a line by line thing. So when we go with the final budget allocation, so we can see that ChatGPT has given 30 million for supplies, 15 million for medical cares, 40 million for rebuilding, and we'll do the same thing for DeepSeek here. And here budget allocation, immediate relief, it is saying like 60 million, 20 million, and 20 million for long term recovery. So now when we look at the DeepSeek and ChatGPT, I think ChatGPT has performed better because it has given me more granular breakdown. And let's maybe we can talk about logistical challenges and mitigation. So here it has provided strong focus on the transportation, communication, and coordination. And let's check with the DeepSeek as well. So DeepSeek-R1 is better, like because it has provided me every information, like what are the key issues and how it's gonna get it there. And we can see that it has talked about airlifts and fuel trucks, and it's even emergency operation centers. And we can even see here it's talking about some blockchain or RFID tags to track inventory. So it has done here better because it has given me more tech driven logistic solutions. And if we go ahead with key performance indicators, like here DeepSeek, I can say like it has listed concrete KPIs, like evacuate 95% of people in 48 hours, restore 80% of infrastructure in 30 days. So which is better. And let's go to this. And here the KPIs, I see it doesn't, the ChatGPT has not provided me any KPIs and metrics. And we can see that DeepSeek-R1 wins here because it has provided more goal oriented. So I think here we can see that in at last we can see that like structure and phrases, ChatGPT and DeepSeek-R1 were like both are at tie, like they were have done very good job. And for the budget allocation, ChatGPT is more granular, it has won there. And logistics and planning phrase, like DeepSeek-R1 was doing really good. there. And even if we even look at the resource distribution here, it has given me more tech driven solutions, so it's like more innovative over there. And with the KPIs and metrics, DeepSeek has clearly given me all the steps what it has to do, what it will do. And ChatGPT didn't mention it. So I think um, if you want a more traditional or a conventional style with a detailed budget breakdowns and all, then ChatGPT is winning. But if you want some modern tech driven and metrics based response, then DeepSeek-R1 is really a hero here. So overall, I can say that DeepSeek-R1 stands out because of its innovative solutions, and ChatGPT provides us more classic emergency response framework that it has learned from many other blogs or that input data that it has seen.